Bidjara, Gambi, Nauka, Mani, Marty and Gil. Gumbies, Marties, Wadjigans, Withus, Euro, Marties, Gumbies, Gundanoos, Yamba. Thank you. I'm not sure if we have a lot of Bidjara people in here that might know what I just said, but I'm very proud and honoured that my big brother Charlie is here, so I reckon that he'd know what I said. And also my sister-in-law Vicky and a good friend of mine, Julie. I'll translate that for you. That is my Bidjara traditional language. I want to make sure that it's clear that because this isn't my Bidjara country, that is a traditional acknowledgement that I have done to the custodian traditional owners, past and present, that I stand on here today. Bidjara, Nalkamani first, is talking. Mardi and Gil is my Bidjara language. Gumbi is me. Bidjara is my tribe in Western Queensland. Withu is the white men that are here today. Wadjigan is the white women that are here today. Mardi is the black man that are here today. Gumbi, of course, is the black women that are here today. And Euro, of course, is the nation of the coastal people of the traditional country that I'm honoured to be speaking on, and their people, the black men, black women, children, and of course Yamba, which is their home. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed that. Now, what I'll be going to do today is talk about my personal journey and hopefully hope to inspire you, give you something to take away, but also to possibly turn a light switch on for some people here and there. So, of course, it was great, the introduction that Kendu gave. She's brilliant, isn't she? I'm recognised in the Queensland Museum as the first Indigenous Aboriginal woman to manage a cattle property in Australia. I manage Mt Tabor Station, which is 190,000 acres on my traditional Bidjara country, which is fantastic to me. I'll talk about a lot of different things on my journey from my book, The Power of Bones, from a very bad childhood, and hopefully people can take away that I am a good person, I am a happy person, and didn't ended up some bitter, twisted person. So from a very young childhood, I had a lot of things that happened from my mum was alcoholic, and I was really inspired with David because he talked about strokes, and that was something that my mum had a half a dozen of. So I'll talk about a lot of different things, being left as a young girl where I could have possibly have been running for our beautiful country, Australia, but a lady left me on the footpath simply because my mum was sick, and she told me that she couldn't take me because her baby might catch something. So that was at QE2 Stadium, so it would have been brilliant for me to be there, but that's the past, and I hope to think that a lot of things that happened in your past could be a lot of learnings and a lot of lessons. So on my traditional country, it's fantastic. To me, that is where I've found the most important thing that I heard the Holiness, which I was very honoured to meet, speak about inner peace. That is where I've found my inner peace. Through the sadness of the loss of a younger sister that called me Bones, Dom, to running this cattle property on traditional country and doing all of this as a single mum. So I like to think, and as a woman, and then against the other odds as an Aboriginal woman on traditional country. So I had a lot of different things against me, and I just thought, well, cop it sweet, because I'm out here to prove it all for all us women of Australia, hopefully. And thank you. And to hopefully think that we're not what men think, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. We can do their hard yakka as well. So I'll read out some things, and hopefully you can take away a lot from what I've got to say and what I've touched on. And the person that I am inside, and what really makes me happy every day. I thank the spirits of my ancestors, my angels, and the Lord above every day for my so many blessings of good health, of myself, my children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters, good friends, and so many more beautiful and good people in the world that I have met on my journey and hope to continue to. Good and great things that have happened in my life, successes that I am so very proud of, with my own hard work paying off. Bad, sad and great heartaches that I have had to overcome at one stage or another along the way. I have always remained a good person with a good heart, for there are so many times where I see people going wrong. They get so caught up in material possession, they lose sight of who they really are inside. You can have all the money and riches in the world and fancy things, but if you don't have a good, caring, honest and truthful heart, then it means nothing to me anyway. When I look in the mirror, deep within my eyes, which are the windows to your soul, I see someone that's had a very hard fight in life and been through so much, but have remained a good person with a good heart. Who do you see? I've had so much racism growing up in a little country town that I call home on my traditional Bidjara country in Augathella in Western Queensland. And then we can talk about racism on so many different levels. Well, I can anyway. We have the downright racist rednecks, then we have a lack of awareness, a lack of knowledge and a lack of understanding. And we also have people in my very own tribe that are racist to other people from other countries and here in Australia as well. But there are so many beautiful people out there, and I please don't want anyone to ever think that I'm classing anyone in the same category, for I am not. I think it is a right that whether you're black, white or brindle, you are an Australian. And to me, we are living in the most beautifulest country in the world, and I'm not knocking anyone else's country or culture, but you are an Australian. Start to look back at the past and have a look at the treatment that happened to my people, the first people of our country. Stop playing the blame game, the poor pity me. We have a lot of people from the me tribe too. We think about me, where everyone is blaming somebody. We've got our people that continue to blame people of today for what happened over 100 years ago. You can't do things like that. You can't blame people of today. And then you've got people of today blaming people for native title, that they're trying to take everything. You can't do that. Working together, little steps make big steps. And with us all working together, we can help build that bridge to making our world a better place to live in. We are living in Australia, and like I said, to me it's the most beautifulest country in the world. But sadly, it's also the most racist country in the world. Not only to Aboriginal people, to a lot of different cultures from around the world. But that's not saying that everyone's like that. There are a lot of beautiful, genuine people out there with beautiful, sincere hearts. Living conditions, but with good, sincere hearts, right here, right now, we are living with the oldest living cultural race in the world by far, the worst treated, with cruelty, living conditions that are not up to standards in our country. We need to respect to get respect. I have said so many times when when talking and showing my Bidjara culture to many people that find it hard to understand what we are fighting for. Our spirit, our land of our ancestors. People say that we're trying to own the land, but truth being told, our spirit belongs to the land. You are living with the oldest cultural living race in the world, and it makes me so very proud as a Bidjara Aboriginal woman that I was born into my people's tribe. So how does it make you feel as an Australian to be living in a country with the oldest living cultural race in the world? I hope it really makes you proud. I have always said to people, judge me for my heart within and not the colour of my skin. There is good and bad in everyone, in every race. Treat people the way you yourself would like to be treated. Respect to get respect. If you lined every single person and animal up around the world, I won't bleed black, you won't bleed white, Chinese, Indian and so on, we'll all bleed the same colour blood, red. We are... Don't you want to make this world a better place for us to live in? For we are all only visitors on this planet for one lifetime. Make the most of it. Live life to the fullest. Just don't hurt anyone along the way. It doesn't cost anything to be loving, to give kindness. It's not going to cost you anything. You know, people get so caught up in material possession, and, you know, there's no harm in being successful, but you've got to have a good heart. You know, I think a lot of people lose sight of that sometimes. I hear so much sadness and cruelty in the world every day. Somewhere around the world, there's wars, killings, rapes, domestic violence, child abuse, suicide, elderly that have been bashed and robbed. There are enough natural disasters in our world alone that have taken the lives of so many beautiful and innocent people. Another that is coming into our countries that are starting to really overtake, and it's really sad, it really saddens my heart, drugs. They're destroying beautiful people, beautiful family homes. So we hope, you know, that we could stop that somewhere along the track. You need to be able to love yourself, really love yourself, before you can love another. Because if you can't love yourself and totally be 100% confident and comfortable in your skin, then it makes it really hard for you to try and love someone else or give that love out to somebody else. You can carry so much hurt of things that have happened to you in your life, and I'm someone that's had a lot of that. It could take you to such dark places where you lose sight of yourself, your self-esteem, your confidence, your self-respect, and the will to live at different times. Find what it is that you are so passionate about, what you love so much, and what's worth fighting for. Mine were my children. Every day I am blessed with having my beautiful son Alan, Christy, and my younger daughter Charlie. I feel blessed that I fought through all the domestic violence and everything that happened to me in my life to fight, to want to live, to be able to breathe. Just being in this life and to be able to breathe in life is the greatest gift of all. Every single one of us have the courage and strength deep within inside. You just might have to work a little harder and dig a little deeper. Remember, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. There is always that light. And you will come through with a second chance at living a happy, loving life. You know, I've been through so much in my life where I could have ended up this bitter, twisted person, really. You know, I could have hated life, I could have really wanted to give up and all that sort of stuff, and I thought, no, I love people. People are beautiful to me. I don't care whether you're pink, white, yellow with bright polka dots. I love people and love to hear their stories, whether they're sad, whether they're bad. You know, just hear what's happened to them along their journeys, their happinesses, their successes, how many children you got. My grannies, I love them. You know, they light up my life, and my brother and sister-in-law and my family, you know. And I cherish every moment of every day. So I'd like to leave you with a little thought of the person more so that I am. Reach out and take my hand. Touch my heart as I hope to touch yours. Wherever you are in the world, join me to help heal and make our world a better place to live in. May each and every one of you be blessed with lots of love, light and happiness and safe travels on your journey wherever you may be going, travelling. Stay safe with lots of love, light. Bidjara gambe wajana. That means that I am going. Thank you very much.
If you go to this supermarket and shouting, I want to buy peace of mind, then people laughing or people feel that person's mind is something wrong.
Now, this word connections is a really interesting one because our kids today are more connected than ever.
Of course, then when you're in an institution, people call you up. They tell you to perk up. Yeah, perk up, because I didn't think of that.
I should have a happiness project, I decided. As soon as I have some free time, I'm going to do that.